I am back to read a bedtime story. This time I chose The Pout Pout Fish and the Can't Sleep Blues by Debra Diesen. I like the Pout Pout Fish series. So, as always, the East Chicago Public Library does not own the copyrights to any of the stories that we read. No profit will be made and no infringement is intended. So let's read about the Pout Pout Fish and the Can't Sleep Blues. Late one quiet evening, in the inky ocean deep, Mr. Fish blubbed, "Oh, I can't get to sleep." His mind was fizzy busy, and his fins were full of vim. Though he wanted to be dozing, there were 0 Z's for him. I can't drop into dreamland. I can't slide into snooze. I'm wide awake. It's hard to take. The can't sleep blues. Oh, excuse me. A sleepy voice spoke softly. "Need some tips?" inquired Miss Clam. "Just watch and see, and soon you'll be as drowsy as I am." There's Miss Clam trying to help him out. Smooth your seaweed bedding, then imagine fluffy sheep. Count them 1 to 20, and then presto, fall asleep. Mr. Fish took the advice, but he couldn't catch a snooze. "Miss Clam, I need more help." Miss Clam replied, "She's fast asleep." Then a sleepy voice spoke softly. "Here's an even better fix. You will love," said Mr. Crab, "all my get-to-sleep quick tricks." Look at Mr. Crab. He's got on some cute pajamas. Okay, let's see what Mr. Crab's fall asleep quick trick is. Just put on purple PJs and 5 or 6 orange socks, then soothe your busy thinking on a pillow made of rocks. Mr. Fish took the advice, but he couldn't catch a snooze. "Mr. Crab, what now?" Mr. Crab replied. He was sound asleep. It worked for Mr. Crab. Then a sleepy voice spoke softly. "Here is what I would suggest. Guaranteed," said Mr. Eel, "to yield a pleasant rest. First ripple to the left, then ripple to the right. Next swirl in a circle, swoosh, swoosh, nighty-night." Mr. Fish took the advice, but he couldn't catch a snooze. "Mr. Eel, what's the deal?" Mr. Eel replied. He's sound asleep. Then a sleepy voice spoke softly. "For your slumber in the sea, here's a plan," said Mrs. Squid, "that always does the trick for me. Just widen out your eyes and give 4 quick tiny blinks, then slowly close your lids. Automatic, 40 winks." Mr. Fish took the advice, but he couldn't catch a snooze. "Mrs. Squid, more ideas." Mrs. Squid replied. Mrs. Squid is fast asleep. I'm telling you, everybody can sleep except for Pout Pout Fish. Then Mr. Fish heard nothing, just a symphony of snore. He still couldn't sleep. He felt worse than before. I took all of their suggestions, which I followed to a T. Their methods worked for them, but they did not work for me. "I don't know what to do," he sank down in the kelp. What good is good advice? What good is good advice? It does not always help." Then a sparkly voice emerged. "Mr. Fish, you're partly right." The voice was dear Miss Shimmers. Her smile was kind and bright. "But take what you've been given and learn from what you've tried, then build your own solution. Trust yourself as a guide." There he is, getting some more good night advice. The best advice of all said Miss Shimmer to her friend, is to learn what works for you and make your own special blend. With that, she said goodnight and departed from the scene. Now Mr. Fish was ready to create his own routine. Look how she's standing over him, or swimming over him, I should say, and looking in his eyes. I'll settle in my spot. I'll smooth my seaweed bed. I'll smooch my snoozy snugly. Then I'll clear my busy head. I'll swoosh in gentle motion in the ocean wide and deep. I'll close my eyes, fins tucked in, and drift right off to sleep. Mr. Fish had tried his best to resolve his can't sleep blues. Mr. Fish, how did it go? Mr. Fish replied, he's sound asleep. Okay, I hope you enjoyed our good night story, and I also hope that you can get your own routine to help you fall asleep. All right, well, good night.